What's up guys, it's Julian, aka Volpe. Usually with these videos I'm showing you how I made a beat out of some weird sounds that I found. For this video I thought I'd do something a little bit more abstract, a little bit more, I guess, theoretical. I wanted to talk about songwriting. For any of you guys out there that are like me and are aspiring producers and songwriters, I thought it would be cool to go through what I think is the single best songwriting tip that I've been able to learn over the years. This all kind of came from a conversation I had with a friend of mine about movies, actually, and we were talking about the difference between a film student and a student of film. The latter being someone who actually watches and pays attention to movies from people that they consider to be their idols or the greats in the category or in the genre. By watching and immersing themselves in their art, taking away key pieces from their work to make their own work better. I think that's a true student of the art. And I think that applies to more than just film. I think it works for, in this case, music as well. I think there's a difference between people who study music and people who are students of the art. I like to consider myself in the latter category. I've never had any formal training in music. I don't read music, but I love it. I'm so passionate about it, obviously, or else I wouldn't have this channel. So over the past couple years, I've been listening to a ton of music. I've been really trying to absorb as much as I can from songwriters and artists in a variety of genres. And I feel like I've noticed a pattern across a lot of music, particularly pop, but in other genres as well. The people that I think are doing it the best in the game right now, they all do something very interesting, I think, with their songwriting, and that's something that I want to talk to you about today. Essentially, I've noticed that the people that I think write the best songs and the ones that stick in people's minds the most, they use metaphor, they use objects or places or things in lieu of just outright describing what they're feeling. So I'm going to go through 3 different songs that I think are perfect examples of what it is that I'm talking about, and then try and give you an example of me doing it myself. The first song I wanted to talk about is a song called Guillotine by an artist named Jon Bellion, who is probably, I think, one of the best writers and producers in the game right now, hands down. And I think he's exceptional at this particular brand of songwriting. In the song Guillotine, the base emotion that he's describing is, I have someone who's got my back no matter what. If I go crazy, if I'm stressed out, no matter what's going on with me, this person has my back. Instead of just saying that in the song, which he could have, instead he raps it in these lyrics.
If you have nightmares, we'll dance on the bed. I know that you love me, even when I lose my head. Guillotine.
So you can see, instead of just saying, you've got my back, or this person has my back, he created this really cool metaphor where this person, even if he loses his head, this person's got his back, and he uses the imagery of the guillotine to represent him losing his head, but this person still being by his side. The second song I wanted to go through is a song called Toothbrush by the group DNCE. In this song, the base emotion, or the base feeling that they're expressing, is the relationship is progressing to a point where it's getting more and more serious. Pretty simple emotion, pretty simple thing that they're trying to express. But I love the way that they use the toothbrush as sort of a visual or a symbol of the seriousness of the relationship and how it's progressing.
Baby, you don't have to rush. You can leave a toothbrush at my place, at my place.
I think that's a cool way of describing the nature of a relationship with a sort of metaphor situation that we're all really familiar with. Now, the third song I wanted to talk about is a song called Chainsaw by Nick Jonas, and this might be more straightforward than the other two, but I think it still is a good example of this songwriting tip. So in this case, the base emotion that he's describing is pain from having broken up with someone and wanting to get rid of reminders that they're there.
I take a chainsaw to the sofa where I held your body close for so long, so long.
Something that everyone's felt. There's millions of songs written about this, but he takes his own angle on it by instead using the visual metaphor of the sofa where they spent most of their time and wanting to take a chainsaw to it as a way to erase the memories of this person being there. Now, other than the obvious benefit of making your songs more creative and more expressive, I think what's really cool about this type of songwriting is that it often creates curiosity in the listener. It makes your song a little bit more intriguing to someone who hasn't heard it yet, because when you look at a title like Guillotine or Chainsaw or Toothbrush, I think, at least for me, it immediately piques my curiosity. It makes me go, I wonder what that song is about. Why did they call it Toothbrush? That's an odd thing to call it. And it makes you want to listen to it. So it creates this sort of curiosity gap with the listener, as opposed to just naming it something like I Wish You Were Here. It's kind of hard to set yourself apart if you just name another song I Wish You Were Here, or That's How You Make Me Feel, or I Miss You. So now that we've gone through several examples, I'm going to try to write my own little hook here using this tip. So the base emotion that I'm trying to convey is, let's say, pain that comes with regret from some bad situation, some heartbreak or something.
I don't miss the nights when you throw your glass of wine, and like a stain in the carpet, all this pain in my heart, it won't come out. It won't come out. It won't come out. It won't come out.
So it's pretty much just sitting here. I looked at the ground, I saw the carpet, I thought of the idea of a stain in a carpet, and I thought that could be a cool way to convey what it feels like to have this pain and this regret that sticks with you after a bad breakup. So we're able to make our song and our lyrics more interesting and immediately more catchy and memorable. Thanks for watching, guys. That tip is something that I learned by just really listening to a lot of music and paying attention to my favorite artists, and I hope it's helpful to you as well. I hope it helps you take your songwriting to the next level. If you like this video, please leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the bell to turn on post notifications. I have new videos coming out every week.